Kuala Lumpur-Karak Expressway, or better known as KL Karak Highway, is the dual carriageway linking Kuala Lumpur to the East Coast states. Crossing Titiwangsa Range, the expressway was initially built as the new alignment to replace the windy older road. The expressway includes the first modern road tunnel in Malaysia, Genting Sempah Tunnel. Why is KL Karak Expressway the most important road linking the West Coast and the East Coast? Let's travel to the lush jungle while looking at the story of the first modern road tunnel in Malaysia. Located between suburban area of Gombak and small town of Karak, KL Karak Expressway connects the capital city with three East Coast states of Pahang, Terengganu and Kelantan. Often congested during the major holidays, more than 2 million vehicles travel through the tunnel between March and April 2024. To understand the need of a tunnel high in the mountain pass, we need to look at the road network in Malaya in the early 20th century. Before the existence of current KL Karak Expressway and older Gombak Bentong Road, there was a road between Genting Klang and Janda Baik. Genting Bidai was the pass between Kuala Lumpur and Bentong via Janda Baik. However, the road was no longer suitable for larger motorized vehicle. Jalan Kolam Air, which is part of the remaining Genting Bidai road, is narrow and windy. After the opening of Gombak Bentong Road, Genting Bidai Road was closed and partially flooded after the completion of Klang Gates Dam in the year 1958. The remaining trace of former Genting Bidai Road is the straight Jalan Genting Klang at Setapak and Jalan Kolam Air at Taman Melawati. That is why Jalan Pahang or Pahang Road no longer straightly lead to Pahang. In the early 20th century, both Genting Bidai and later Genting Sempah is less important than another road crossing Titiwangsa Range. Kuala Kubu Raup Road is the road linking Kuala Kubu in the northeast Selangor, passing through a pass known as the Gap to Raup. The Gap is the entrance to Fraser's Hill. Why was the Gap was more important than Genting Bidai in the early 20th century? Before 1955, the capital city of Pahang was Kuala Lipis. Located deep in the interior, British chose Kuala Lipis as the state capital as the area is the main producer of gold, timber and rubber. By 1926, Kuala Lipis was linked by railway and connected to Kuala Lumpur either by rail via Gemas or by road via the Gap. It was before the Malayan independence that Genting Sempah gained its importance as the primary road link between Kuala Lumpur and the East Coast. To understand Genting Sempah Tunnel between Kuala Lumpur and Karak, we need to understand the highway that connects the both ends of the tunnel. The state capital of Pahang was moved from Kuala Lipis to Kuantan in the year 1955 as the coastal city is nearer to the port and royal town of Pekan. Therefore, the road between Gombak and Bentong becomes more important as the road is closer to both Kuala Lumpur and Kuantan than Kuala Kubu Raup Road via the Gap. The old road between Gombak and Bentong is narrow, windy and too steep for the increasingly faster and bigger modern vehicles. The earliest official mention of the upgrading the KL Karak Road is in the Parliamentary Handset dated 22nd of January 1969. In the second Malaysia Plan 1971 until 1975, it was decided that a new road between Gombak and Karak should be built as the new alignment of Federal Route 2. The new road was constructed between Mile 11 near Mimaland to Mile 21 near Karak Town, the current end of KL Karak Expressway. If you know the former theme park Mimaland was closed when this road was upgraded into a highway long time ago. A popular theme park before the existence of Genting and Sunway Lagoon. To reduce the gradient of the new road, a tunnel was built at Genting Sempah or Sempah Pass below the older road nearby the interchange to Genting Highlands. The tunnel also marks the border between Selangor and Pahang. Where does the name Sempah originate? There was a rumour that Sempah means sempadan Pahang or border of Pahang, but there is no historical evidence to support this. In the old map from 1929, the name of the pass was spelled as Genting Sempah. Sempah derived from the word sempak, from one of the Orang Asli or Aborigine languages, which means durian. Since durian trees thrive on the slopes of Western Pahang such as in nearby Bentong and Raup, the pass was named after the durian, Genting Sempah or Durian's Pass. Genting Highlands got its name from Genting Sempah, which is the nearest main road to the mountaintop. In 1974, the construction of the tunnel began and the construction of two-lane tunnel took about 4 years, partially funded with the $9.73 million or 30 million ringgit loan from Asian Development Bank or ADB. The first road tunnel in Malaysia, a grand project on the mountain pass, was an engineering marvel of its time. With a length of 950 meters, Genting Sempah Tunnel was built by foreign companies and under the purview of Public Works Department. The tunnel was officially opened on the 7th of January 1978 with a cost of 40 million ringgit, a huge sum of money sacrificed for the sake of our future generation. Truly a remarkable engineering feat in the heart of the jungle. Until the construction of later road tunnels such as Menora Tunnel in Perak in 1987, Penchala Tunnel in 2004 and Smart in 2007, Genting Sempah Tunnel is the only road tunnel in the country. Even today, the locals around Western Pahang such as in Bentong and Temerloh refers Genting Sempah Tunnel as just the tunnel, as it is the only road tunnel in Pahang. With the migration of people from the East Coast states to seek better jobs and pursue education, the number of traffic increased as well. Until the East-West Highway was opened in 1982, Genting Sempah Tunnel is the main road between Kuala Lumpur and the state of Kelantan. In the 6th Malaysia Plan 1991 until 1995, Gombak Bentong Road was to be upgraded into a dual carriageway and the authority of the road transferred to Malaysian Highway Authority or LLM. The upgrade project began in 1994 and fully completed in 1997. The cost of upgrading Gombak Karak Road into an expressway is 460 million ringgit according to Anis Berhad, the current concessionaire. The additional tunnel was constructed in the year 1995 and completed in 1997, increasing the road capacity, carrying the vehicles crossing the mountain pass. Today, the new tunnel carries the eastbound traffic while the older tunnel carries the westbound traffic. The upgrade project mainly follows the original alignment of Route 2 between Gombak and Karak, which is similar to the upgrading works of existing Route 1 that should become North-South Expressway or PLUS, but later decided to be built as a whole new expressway. I talk about the first part of the North-South Expressway, which was upgraded from Route 1 between Thai border at Bukit Kayu Hitam to Jitra in northern state of Kedah. If you want to know more about this section of the highway, the video link is here. As the expressway is an upgrade when most of the alignment are following the original 1978 route, the speed limit of the expressway remains at 90 km per hour maximum. Together with the increasing population that led to increasing traffic, KL Karak Expressway saw increasingly frustrated traffic congestion year by year. The issue of congestion along this route began just a few years after the completion of the tunnel. According to Parliamentary Handset dated 16th of November 1979, the opening of KL Karak Highway caused the increasingly congested local routes that were narrow and dangerous to the locals. Due to the mountainous terrains, landslide and rockfalls are common and cause frequent road closure. To ensure better maintenance of KL Karak Highway, the highway was transferred from Public Works Department to Malaysian Highway Authority or LLM and toll was charged. Toll plazas were built at Gombak and Bentong and operating since the 1st of June 1984. According to the Parliamentary Handset dated the 1st of April 1985, two open system toll plazas were set up to ensure fair use of KL Karak Highway. Some drivers drove only midway to Genting Highlands, Bukit Tinggi or Janda Baik, while the enforcement of the closed system are difficult due to numerous junctions and slip built between 1974 and 1978. In addition, there is no alternative between Bentong and Karak, thus it is unfair to charge the toll for the travellers between these two towns. Other than increasing number of traffic, accidents often occur due to steep gradients, sharp corners and speeding vehicles. Sometimes the car stop in a sudden to buy lemang that used to be sold by the expressway. Standstill traffic during the holidays and long weekends make the journey from Gombak to Bentong should be about 15 minutes in the clear traffic turn into a 3-hour crawl or even longer. More than 2 million vehicles were travelling via KL Kara Expressway to the East Coast states at March and April 2024 during the holiday season. Thus, an action is needed to resolve the traffic issues that haunted the homecomers heading towards the east. As the most important road between Kuala Lumpur and the East Coast states, the expressway will be widened to increase the traffic capacity. KL Kara Expressway will be widened to 4 lanes each direction between Gombak and Genting Sempah and 3 lanes each direction from Genting Sempah to Bentong, where the expressway met the Central Spine Road towards Kota Baru. I talked about CSR in the previous video where the toll-free highway is built due to demand of the Kelantan state government and the seasonal traffic that is not attractive to the private highway concessionaire, sometimes a lot, sometimes very few. If you want to know more about this highway, toll-free highway, the link is up here. KL Kara Expressway becomes the first road in the East Coast to build as a proper grade separated expressway. When the upgrading of KL Kara Expressway was started in 1994, it was announced that the construction of the East Coast Expressway between Kara and Kuala Terengganu has been proposed. Thus, the nearer end of KL Kara Expressway becomes the starting point of this groundbreaking project, extending the dual carriageway beyond Kara to the East Coast states of Pahang and Terengganu, a topic for another video. If you want to drive on KL Kara Expressway, the entrance is located at MRR2 at Gombak. Follow the green sign to Bentong and Kuantan and expressway begins at Gombak Toll Plaza. From the east, the expressway entrances are at Kara and Bentong. There are junctions between Bukit Tinggi and Kara as the expressway is partially upgraded from the trunk road. Main express bus services between Kuala Lumpur and major East Coast cities such as Kuantan, Kuala Terengganu and Kota Baru ply on the expressways as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new about KL Kara Expressway and the first road tunnel in Malaysia. Thank you so much for watching again and see you in the next video. Oh no, what time are we arriving in Kuantan?